AfroBiker.
For almost 2 years now, I've been pumping out content of my Husky 701 Supermoto.
This is my 2020 Husqvarna 701 Supermoto.
Maybe it's time to try something different. So I bought a new bike.
You have to face it, let's get back to basics. I'ma take the shot like it's a vaccination. I don't have the patience, I'ma shoot right now. Yeah, we undefeated and you gon' lose right now. Like click.
Jesus. This is a lot of machine, bro. A lot of machine with a lot of tech. I have to learn this bike after work. Effortless. Effortless power. She's gonna be a thirsty girl, I can guarantee that. Yamaha R1, all the gear and no idea. This is literally my first ride on this bike. Picked it up last night, put it on the back of the car on a carrier. Listen to that music. This is gonna take a lot of self-control. It's just so easy to break the speed limit. Second gear. Pop. Listen to that quick shifter. For those of you that are very observant, you could probably tell the speedo's running on 0 at the moment, and I've got all sorts of lights illuminated on the dash. So yeah guys, this is my 2020 Yamaha R1. It's in really good condition. The guy only had about 9,000 kilometers on it when I got it. My 2020 Husqvarna 701's got like 40,000 now. I'm still kind of recalibrating my mind to the sports bike riding position. Maneuverings and techniques and stuff is definitely different compared to on the Supermoto. She's a big girl, but she carries her weight very well. The power to weight ratio on this thing is just insane. It came with the SE Project exhaust, fender eliminators already done, Corbin seat on there, all blacked out. She goes good. She goes really good. This thing pulls hard. Like, to compare this to my 701, I'd say the 701's like a gymnast, while this is like Mike Tyson.
I don't want peace. I want problems always.
And this is my second 1000cc bike that I've actually owned in my name. Prior to this I had the Yamaha FZ1 or FZ1, and that was a 2008 model, whereas this is a 2020. This thing sounds absolutely magnificent with the exhaust and stuff. After watching a few videos, I saw that error code there is triggered if you interfere with the speed sensor on the back in any way. Some people have had it come up when they just go to change their own tire, but other people when they do a burnout and stuff like that. Whereas I just had it on the brake disc there, and I went to move my bike just because of the way I parked. I couldn't have the brake disc on the front, and then it just slipped as I was moving. Got on the bike, I was like, why is it looking all funny now? After doing some research, I found out that's the issue. Luckily it's not because the bike's a lemon. I knew, because like, it's a new bike, it's a Yamaha. Anyway, here we are having Ducati problems. So I've got a DB scanner adapter cable coming in so I can clear out the error code. Hopefully that's how it's going to be. But bike still rides. It's just in its current condition I can't use traction control. I can't use my favorite feature, which is the quick shifter. Like, this thing just sounds glorious with the quick shifter, with the pops and stuff. I'd argue to say this is one of the best sounding sports bikes on the market at the moment. I know some people intentionally pull out fuses just so they can be able to do wheelies without the electronics interfering on these kinds of bikes, and after doing that they get this same situation here where you lose most or all of your electronic aids, including one that's very important, your speedometer. So for that reason I went in and checked all the fuses at the front. You got some fuses just underneath this panel here, and then you got some in the underneath the seat. Nah, everything looked all good. And then I came across a video of a guy that shows you how he cleared out the error code very cheaply. You could take it to like a dealership or whatever, it's going to cost you maybe 50, 80 bucks, something like that, for them to clear it out. But I was like, if it's that easy to trigger the error code, I might as well just get an adapter tool and a scanner. Going a bit too fast, and it's so easy on this bike. With the 701 and other smaller bikes, you're, you know, kind of, if you want to speed, you're like, okay, let's speed now. Whereas this bike, you're like, oh, okay, I need to make sure this thing is not speeding. Literally on my second day on this bike, I'm leaving work, just, you know, I was like, okay, let's just take off as we do on the 701. And then the back end just swung out. So it's a lot of bike. Yeah, so this throttle stop is pretty handy, especially if you're doing long trips and you wanna, because you know you're so crouched over with these bikes and it can get a bit exhausting. So if you just want to take a break and stretch your back a bit, you can do that. So with my current predicament at the moment with the error code, it shows you the gear you're in, and it shows you your brake pressure, it shows you the time. Other than that, you don't see much else. It doesn't, like, you could try clicking on the mode and it doesn't actually change anything if you go up and down. Yeah, traction control is just permanently disabled, and so is the ABS at the moment, that is. But I can't get that quick shift apart, man. It sucks. On the flip side though, the odometer is stuck at 9,970 kilometers, so you know I can kind of push out my 10k service. Bike looks sick in all black, but I've had a couple of close calls with cars. They just kind of didn't see me coming around the corner. See, like, so hard, man. I'm only in second gear, I'm not even giving it any beans, and it just wants to go. So what's happened to the 701? Well, I've still got that bike. Most of you came to know me as a motor vlogger mainly because of that bike and all the content that I've pumped out over the last few years on the 701. So don't worry, we still got it. We've still got the 701. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. I really appreciate all the support so far. I've got mega plans for content coming up in the next few weeks, and yeah, stay tuned, stay watching. If you're new here, if you like what you see or you're entertained by a boy, feel free to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy, keep the rubber side down. Peace.